Welcome to another In-Wheel Time podcast. 30-minute mini version of the In-Wheel Time car show live every Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Central. It's the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, talking with the boys about more car stuff. Later, look at the stories making headlines this week, and we're trying to get caught up with Conrad's Car Clinic. We're going to stick that in here as well. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Dziekan. I'm Don Armstrong. Our special in-studio guest today, Robert B. McIntyre.
Yay.
Thank you very much for joining us today. We certainly appreciate it. And we had a last-minute, I want to say a throwdown guest, but it was a last-minute kind of guest. And
well, we've had Bill on every year here for a number of years, and Bill is the Bill Zelag is the Bill. What actually is your title?
Well, right now I'm one of the board members on the car club and in charge of the sponsorships. But I was past president and had a few other opportunities, and but always heavily involved with the car show with all of our other members. That's for sure.
And the car show being Heroes and Hot Rods, and that is Veterans Day weekend in Bastrop, Texas. And I've been to this. And it's a heck of a show. You guys, I think the year I was there, you pulled in like almost 350 cars.
Well, actually, we do online registration only now because we have room for 400 cars, and we had 400 registered last year. Right now, we're sitting at 240 or 230 or so that are already registered. We're just a little less than a month away. That's $35 registration fee, includes a T-shirt. And it is a large fundraiser. Last year we donated $38,000, and 80% of that went to veterans charities or veteran support charities and high school automotive scholarships and things like that.
Bill, is it at the Bastrop Convention Center?
No, this is downtown.
Downtown.
The thing that makes it unique is that, as you know, if you've gone to many car shows, sometimes the wives say, well, I don't want to just go walk around and look at cars for 6 hours. So we have it downtown. We have all the restaurants right there. We work with the city and visit bastrop.com, and we close off the streets. And it is difficult to park 400 cars in about an hour and a half because it is a little tight there. But all the cars are downtown or on adjacent streets, Main Street, and parking lots that are nearby at like the courthouse and things like that. So it is a great venue because there's a lot of activity and lots of other businesses there besides the
Well, as you guys know, I was there for the Corvette Invasion at the convention center. And
we help.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we help at the Corvette Invasion, help park the cars, and that's a lot easier than parking them downtown, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know, but, as you said, the sights and the sounds downtown Bastrop. Yeah, I had never, all these decades that I have gone past or through Bastrop, never went downtown, spent some time down there. It's a cute little town.
It's a very cute little town, and boy, when and this car show takes over downtown, I imagine all of the businesses love it because they're all busy all day long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. It's many of the restaurants and other businesses say it's their best day of the year for sure. And many of them are also sponsors. Our large sponsor, our presidential sponsor, is Craig Jewelry, but we have many of the downtown restaurants that are also sponsors. And we have a colonel level sponsor, which is right down from the presidential. We have Maxine's Restaurant. They're an admiral sponsor. So we have lots of great support from the city. From visitbastrop.com and certainly from all the businesses.
Yeah, I was telling you.
Just like you were saying, a lot of people do drive down 71 and they don't know there is a downtown Bastrop. And when they come to the car show, they say, hey, I'm coming back. So it helps not only for that day, but, down the road.
And this is your 16th show there. Is that correct?
It is correct, right.
So you've proven yourself to the community to be worthy that they invite you back every year for 16 years.
Yeah, many of the sponsors, even with the tough times during COVID recently, but they've increased and sometimes doubled their sponsorship level. So
wow,
it's been a great relationship between the car club and the city and all the other entities in the city.
Well, I had somebody ask me, well, where exactly is downtown Bastrop? I didn't know. So you take a right there at the Buc-ee's, go down a block and take a left, and it'll head you right into downtown. It's easy.
Everything is directions from the Buc-ee's.
Well,
Right.
yeah, I mean, that's
works.
the easiest way to tell everybody because everybody stops at Buc-ee's. Well, Bill, it's great to see you. So, what is the website to register and find out more info?
Okay. We have lots of information, just about everything, including FAQ on the website. It's bassdropareacruisers.com. We have a car show page. We have QR codes that you can go right to the registration. And it's very easy to register, pay with a credit card. And again, we're only doing online registration. There's no day of the event. Last year, we filled up about a week and a half before the event. So if anybody wants to register and come down to Bastrop for a great day, and one of the biggest features of the event, and that's kind of what it's all about, is the veterans. We honor veterans. Most of the funds go to veterans, but we have a veteran ceremony where all the veterans march down the street about 5 or 6 blocks to the courthouse. We have a veteran ceremony there. We normally have a flyover with a vintage military aircraft that takes place right when the ceremony is going off. So it's really about the veterans, and we honor the veterans, and we have veterans awards, special veterans awards for some of the vehicles. And this year we have 29 classes. And the other thing that makes our show kind of, you might say, special, and a lot of people like to bring the very nice cars, is that we judge by class. So we find the cars in a class, and the same 2 people, we have usually about 35 judges, the same 2 people judge the same cars. And we award those classes with a first place, and then we also have an outstanding in class award. Instead of having a second and third place, those people who are very near the top also get usually 1 or 2 or 3 awards per class.
Sounds like a good time, Bill. Thanks so much for joining us today. And
I've posted your club and everything on our Facebook page and our other social media, so hopefully drive you a little bit of traffic.
Okay, well, we do appreciate it very much. Very, very great that you have us on the show every year, and you guys do a great job on the show. I wish I could listen to it more often. Obviously, we don't. It's hard to get in the Bastrop area as far as getting the show, but it is a great event, and we love it, and we do appreciate all your support.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate your time.
Bill Zieleg, Heroes and Hot Rods in Bastrop.
Woohoo. Great little town. I mean,
it
really
is.
cool little town.
Yeah.
That a lot of people really don't realize how cool that little town is because everybody takes the bypass. The bypass has been the destruction of more small towns than people want to admit to.
Well, and I will tell you that it is a cute little town, and unfortunately for me, I didn't learn about it until I wound up going to the Corvette invasion. Yeah. So. Yes, please.
Is this the end of drag racing?
No, not at all.
No, I mean with John Force car rattling your gonads and
rattling our gonads
and smoke.
No, not at all.
We call that Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Drag racing is still active at all levels, whether it's the pro levels with John Force and Tony Schumacher and stuff to the sportsman stuff, and we have the sportsman guys on on the show as well.
Good.
The Emmons brothers, Dale Holquist.
Have you heard something different?
Sportsman is alive and well,
right.
But the pros, boy, I'll tell you what, because it costs so much money.
Right.
To run those cars. I mean, the team is huge.
Yeah.
It's millions and millions of dollars, and I just don't think that the millions and millions of dollars is there as far as sponsorship money is concerned anymore. And you can also see it in the stands, not only in drag racing, but also in NASCAR.
Or NASCAR especially.
They sellout crowd, and you look and
The
go,
stands were
where are
empty
they?
at Dallas last weekend. Absolutely empty.
Yeah. And I'm a big racing fan. I am glad to say though that Gina has had great success over in Mobile with that half-mile asphalt track over there.
Yeah, she was at their drag strip last night. I was watching her on social media.
Yeah. So I think that racing is taking a turn, not for the worse, but I think that the cost of actual going to a race and participating in it and that sort of stuff is really
they're shaking things out. They're shaking to see what they can revamp and what they can redo to make it better, which is good. But So far, I don't see it.
Conrad was put off last hour, but he's not going to be put off any longer because it is time for the car clinic.
Talk to the hand.
The top 4 questions about brake vibration.
Oh, boy.
You know,
Brake vibration.
Good vibrations, not really. Vibrating brake pedal can be a common concern, and don't ignore it. I mean, there's 2 ways to look at a vibration caused by the brakes. One is where the pedal vibrates, and that's going to be more of a mechanical issue with the brakes, where the pedal pulsates, and another one where the whole car vibrates. Either way, you really want to take it in and get it looked at. If you're
warped rotor, broken rotor.
Warped rotor would be a pedal vibration. Some component issue would be more of a whole car
Thin
vibration.
pad.
So, you know, if you're experiencing brake vibration, there's 4 questions you really want to ask. First, does it happen when you're slamming on the brake? If it does, or if when you're on the brake and maybe you're crossing a railroad track, you might get that shudder feeling, and that just may be your analog brakes working.
Yeah, the ABS.
You know, and that's not uncommon for people going over a railroad track with their foot on the brake to feel the ABS system activate, and hopefully you can differentiate between the 2 of them. But if you're not slamming on the brakes, it's usually a sign of a broken or a worn-out component that needs to be addressed relatively quick. Pads, rotors, calipers, suspension, tires, alignment issues, all of those things can cause brake vibrations. Brake pads, on average, are going to last about 40 to 50,000 miles. Excessive force use. When you're an aggressive braker, you're going to shorten the life of your brake pads, so you want to get them looked at. Anytime your car is in the shop, they should be doing a multi-point inspection. When your tires are being rotated, it's the easiest time for a shop to inspect your brakes and look at.
In a 2-week period, I've had 2 people tell me, you need a booster on that car.
Yours doesn't have boosted brakes, but it was designed that way. I mean, if you're used to driving it, I wouldn't worry about it.
Good.
So there's no power brake, is what you're saying.
Yeah, there's no power brakes. But and that wasn't uncommon back in the 60s and 70s. But they were designed that way.
Does your 70 did it have what kind of brakes did it have on it?
It's a Corvette with 4-wheel disc, but I'm surprised it doesn't have power assist.
I was wondering if it had drums in the back and discs in the front.
4-wheel disc.
Yeah, 4-wheel disc, but no booster.
I mean, if you can stop the car.
Yeah.
So, but again, you know, anytime the wheels are off, it's a perfect time for your shop to do the inspection of the brakes. They can look at the suspension componentry. They can look at the thickness of the brake pads and stuff. Another vibration can be caused by the rotor or the brake disc or the brake drum. Brake rotors, they wear out and they got to be replaced. They have to be a certain thickness by law. So a lot of times when you bring your vehicle in to get the brakes done on it and the shop says, I'm going to have to replace your rotors, it's because so much metal is missing from the rotor that they have to be replaced. Now on domestic cars, GM, Ford, Chryslers, the rotor thickness generally leads itself to be cut once, maybe twice.
But nobody does that anymore. They just replace the rotors.
Import cars, they replace the rotors.
And they measure that with a micrometer.
Yeah, they I mean, and there is a specification for each vehicle and each brake rotor, so it's very specific. A warped rotor is what can cause the pedal to pulsate because as the warp goes by, it's changing the pressure on the wheel, so that's what you feel. You know, another vibration can be caused by worn suspension components. So if your vehicle's brakes have been checked out and they check out good, but you still have a vibration, probably a fair idea that you got something worn out in the suspension.
Bushing or something.
Ball joint, a tie rod end, a bushing, a shock, a strut, steering stabilizer, all of those things could lead to brake vibration. Fortunately, fixes for all of these can't be ignored either because short term can lead to real control issues of the vehicle. So you want to get them addressed. And anytime somebody does a replacement of a suspension component, get your car aligned. You know, that goes hand in hand. If they're replacing something in the suspension, you need to get the car alignment. But alignment can also cause a problem with a vibration in the car. You know, a towed-in tire literally is scrubbing the road. So as you brake, that scrubbing of the road you feel as a vibration in the vehicle.
And you wear the tires on.
And absolutely eat the tires up on the vehicle. So there's the whole thing is find a good shop that does a quality multi-point inspection on your vehicle anytime it's in there. Anytime you get your your tires rotated, which should be about every 5,000 miles, that gives them the opportunity to look at the suspension and look at the brakes and give you an idea if there's a repair that's necessary.
I have a suggestion. I'll drive your Corvette for a couple of years, and I'll look at the brake boost, and I'll look at all that for you.
I could do better than that. I could probably figure that out in one set of tires. Wouldn't need 2 years.
I can do that in a couple of weeks.
I could do that in 4 notes.
Oh, Lord.
But
See
again,
what you started?
Little red Corvette.
maintenance is cheaper than repair.
Absolutely.
So keep your vehicle maintained.
Time now for some of the stories making automotive news headlines. Chime in on anything you'd like.
Sure.
I've got one.
Yes.
On the pedestrian electrical vehicle,
Yeah.
can we go from here to Austin without a recharge?
Yes.
Some of them.
It depends on how fast you go.
On the EVs, yeah.
And which EV you're driving.
Most EVs are going to go somewhere between 200 to 250 to 300 miles. So Austin's 180. The question is, once you get to Austin, finding a place to recharge it to get back. But they're there.
Right.
And most EV systems, and if Buzz is watching, I'll help you here, Buzz. Most EVs have built into their
Programming
infotainment
system,
system is a way to find a charging station.
It'll tell you where it is.
Most of them have the little indention on the front, like somebody forgot to put the grill on.
Yeah.
All the ones around here.
But they don't need a grill.
The app is called the Pucker Factor, and you just plug that in. And
I have some recalls to tell you about. Audi Q3 for 2022 rear window may break.
Just once. It only breaks once.
yeah.
Volkswagen Golf R and GTI radiator incorrectly attached to the intercooler.
That's not good.
No. Whoop, there goes the the
Oopsie-daisy.
temperature going up.
Everything's leaking out.
Illegible tire label. The car's being called for an illegible tire label on the Cadillac XT5, XT6, and the Acadia for 2023.
I'll have to look into that.
Please do. Rear view camera may fail for the 2020 to 2021 Cadillac XT5, XT6, and the Acadia. So, rear view camera and the tire label can be done at the same time. Blank instrument panel display on the Cadillac Lyric.
What? What are you
How do
dissing
you have
Cadillacs today for?
How do you have
That is
a
their
brand
new EV.
spanking new EV that you've gone through all the testing and done all of this stuff? How do you do that and have a blank instrument panel display all of a sudden?
There's a loose wire somewhere.
A loose nut.
Yeah. Hey.
Behind the wheel.
Windshield may detach in a crash on the Subaru Impreza and Outback for 2022. Whoop. There goes the windshield.
Inside or outside?
You know, we've talked about that before because the passenger side airbag literally bounces off the windshield and then collects the passenger of the vehicle. So as it deploys and it goes up and hits the windshield, it pitches the windshield out onto the hood, and then it doesn't come back in to collect the passenger. So it's more than just bouncing a windshield.
And then you're laying
out.
on
The
the hood.
windshield and then Aunt
Yeah.
Martha.
Martha, that's right. Volkswagen brake lines may leak on the Atlas and the Atlas Cross Sport for 2023.
That's not good.
It's amazing to me that they have cars that they put on the showroom floor and sell, brand new cars that have gone through all of this testing, and now that it's got a problem right out of the box. I'm not like
to be
that.
honest with you, I'm really not amazed. You know, you've been to assembly plants, right?
I have.
You think about how many people are doing how many things, and then if they're working 2 shifts, and in that shift change, the person changes that's doing something, and are they having a bad day? In many cases, yes. Are they drug induced?
What?
In some cases,
They've gone out for lunch and smoked a big fatty in the back lunchroom.
Shocks me. That
so
shocks
so
me.
having those things happen, but truly some of these are design issues that were done before the vehicle went into manufacture. Those are the worst.
Yeah. That's bad. Do you remember the story about the Hyundais and the Kias that were getting stolen because they didn't have a safety switch on the...
because they've been posting it on TikTok how to steal them.
Owners of Hyundai vehicles that have been targeted by thieves who've demonstrated on social media how to hotwire the company's late model cars and crossovers will be able to purchase a CompuStar anti-theft security kit for $170 starting October 1st. So if you're worried about it, there you go. All 820 dealers.
You got to pay for it.
Somebody's making $170 on the recall. That's great.
All 820 dealers in Hyundai's U.S. network are authorized to install the kit, the company said Friday. Dealers have been notified and are currently receiving training bulletins and instructions on how to perform the installation, which will take about 2.5 hours to complete. According to Ira Gabriel, a spokesperson for Hyundai, that told Automotive News, he said, the kits are at our distribution centers, which are located around the country, so they'll have it in inventory this week. The thefts, widely demonstrated on YouTube and TikTok, have become a public relations and legal nightmare for the company, as well as for Kia, a Hyundai Motor Group affiliate with similar cars and light trucks. Hyundai also is working on a software update to further secure targeted vehicles. Company anticipates the software fix will be available for certain vehicles in the first half of 2023. Software updates for remaining vehicles will follow. How embarrassing.
And the kit manufacturer is going to get rich, and Hyundai is not going to have to pay hundreds of millions of dollars to fix this because they're going to get the customer to pay for it. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Exactly. There's two types of recalls. You've always
I'm
stated that.
Don McCary, and I'm an attorney. Call me about your class action lawsuit about Hyundai and Kia.
And send me $20, everybody.
Right.
Well, what was it? Soupy Sales. Send me
yeah.
$1.
Yeah, give me $1. Everybody send me $1.
Yeah, that was the end of his career.
But the two types of recalls, there's a safety and then there's a convenience.
No, you would ask that.
Well, I'm sorry. Anyways, this would be safety.
This would be safety.
And I just
Compliance.
Compliance.
How do you figure this is safety?
Your
Because
car's
they
being
can steal
stolen.
your car.
Well, but that
Yeah, it's safety when they can steal your car. But safety and compliance are the two.
Next time you get that
Categories
Escalade,
for recalls.
I'll show you.
Yeah, how dare you get
I'll
an
show you,
Escalade
buddy.
B-Series
I'll show
and
you the
not
difference.
tell anybody. Shame on you, Mars.
I know where you live.
Shame on you, Mars.
Detroit 3 are pushing rapidly toward an electric future for their light-duty pickups, but it's a different story for the biggest trucks in their lineups. Heavy-duty pickups are among the few vehicles still seeing big investments toward development of more powerful gasoline and diesel engines.
Oh, yeah.
Although the segment isn't huge, the money at stake is Ford Motors says it gets more revenue from Super Duty sales alone than Southwest Airlines, Marriott International, and many other Fortune 500 companies generate.
Not surprised.
These big trucks are high-margin profit machines that'll be key to funding automakers' electric ambitions, but
Because they
executives
ain't going to make money on electric.
but executives say they'll likely be among the last vehicles in the industry to get battery power if they ever do. In 2023, Ford is rolling out new gasoline and diesel engines on the Super Duty. GM giving the 2024 Chevy Silverado HD a stronger diesel engine, and the 2023 Ram HD lineup is gaining a Rebel performance variant. Even in California, plans to ban gasoline-powered vehicle sales after 2035. It's making exceptions for heavy-duty pickups, giving the company confidence that sales of the trucks won't be limited in the future. So, if you want to hedge your bet, go buy yourself one of them $100,000 heavy-duty pickup trucks.
the diesel.
And along with that, Ford, when they originally came out with the F-150 Lightning, had a base price of about $40,000. Well, back in April, they did a $7,000 price increase on it.
Good gosh.
They just announced another price increase.
Yep.
So the base price is now $52,000 for the Ford F-150, and finding one for $52,000 is impossible. And if you do find one for $52,000, they're going to fire the salesperson that sold it to you because that's the ad car.
And then I would put the spare gas tank pump thing in the back, the big
No, that's when you get the Sprinter that Mars had, and you put some big old diesel generator inside of it, so you could roll up and power up and charge up all of these EVs out on the road.
Very good point.
Car haulers are pushing the Biden administration and lawmakers to increase truck weight limits on U.S. highways so they can transport more heavy electric vehicles.
More donkeys.
A move fiercely opposed by the rail industry and
of course.
safety advocates who say the heavier loads are significantly more dangerous. Well, they are because they weigh more and have more inertia. Mass, right. Plus, there's also the thing about road integrity. So you add more
bridge
weight.
integrity, too. Yeah.
And bridge integrity, too, yeah. So you add more weight to these roads that weren't designed. Yeah, you're going to wear them out or perhaps break them.
It's a good story. What are the worst roads to drive on?
All right.
I'll jot that down.
He's got an idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you think roads right now are, they...
You think they're bad now?
Yeah, seriously.
Just
anything in the city of Houston.
Well...
Everything in the city of Houston.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much.
actually, we're actually fortunate
You ever
compared to other
drive that
cities.
Telephone Road?
Oh, Lord.
That's just one road. There's whole states that are
Don't
jacked
even
up.
get me started.
Don't pull that string.
Auto loan interest rates soared to their highest level since 2019, while the average monthly payment for new vehicles passed $700 in the third quarter, according to Edmunds. Additionally, more than 14% of car buyers now have a record high monthly payment of over $1,000. Ow! Edmunds said the average annual percentage rate on financed new vehicles for the third quarter was 5.7%, up from 4.3% at the same time last year and up from last quarter's 5%.
Heck, Don, that's your whole Social Security check.
Thank you. With prices on the rise, the average amount financed for new vehicles also climbed to $41,347, up from $38,000 in the third quarter of 2021. Along with the increased APR, an average amount financed, the average monthly payment for a new vehicle in the third quarter was more than $700, with 14.3% of consumers taking on a record high monthly payment of more than $1,000. So there you have it. All right, it's time now for a quick break. We got more of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show coming your way in just a second.
Starting to work on your Christmas calendar? Be sure to add the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In Saturday, December 17th. You'll want to attend Tailpipes and Tacos Christmas Edition at the Loopy Tortilla in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. It's the only place cruisers compete for Loopy's Chili Pepper trophies and other prizes. There's no charge to enter your vehicle for Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, or Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's coolest and most unique cruise-in and is your opportunity to see the best hot rods, show cars, classics, and resto mods. And get Loopy Tortilla breakfast tacos with adult beverages. There's no entry fee and cars will automatically compete for those much sought-after custom Loopy trophies and other prizes. It happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. It's the Tailpipes and Tacos Christmas Edition, Saturday, December 17th. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Celebrate the Christmas season with friends and family at Tailpipes and Tacos. Saturday morning, December 17th, 8 to 11. We'll see you then, weather permitting. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having a car social. Saturday, October 15th, 9 to noon. It's a cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches, Corvettes, and Shelby Mustangs. Get social at this first ever event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Car Social takes place Saturday, October 15th, 9 to noon. Tell your friends, bring your car, and enjoy this rare opportunity to see Houston's finest rides. You'll also learn about nano-ceramic coatings, Exo Shield for your windshield, and Expel window tint, among others. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Join us for Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield Saturday, October 15th, 9 to noon at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer and all the details. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeartRadio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeartRadio app, search for In Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/In Wheel Time Car Talk. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.